Overthinking isn't a flaw. It's actually your brain trying to protect you, but it's doing it in a completely wrong way. Now, if you've ever replayed conversations in your head 20 times over or spiraled before social gatherings or even in your relationships, please understand that overthinking is not your fault. There is nothing wrong with you. It's your brain trying to do things to make you feel safer. It's a fear response, but we can do something about it. So if you find this video, this is for you. Stay till the end. Do not forget to comment, share, like, and of course, subscribe. My name is I Ching, and I am a weirdly funny nerd who helps high achievers transcend their childhood trauma and become the most authentic, vibrant, confident versions of yourselves. Now, let's dive in about overthinking. Okay, if you understand our brain, our evolution, you should know that our brains are basically like the Teflons for positive thoughts and the Velcros for negative thoughts. What does that mean? On average, an adult thinks about 65,000 to 80,000 thoughts a day, and most of them are negative. Why? Because of evolution. This is a protection mechanism. Our brains do this to protect ourselves because there are dangers. Things are threatening our survivals. That's how we evolved during the last tens of thousands of years. So when you encounter an unfamiliar situation, when you face uncertainty, your brain will just automatically start contemplating, thinking about solutions, potential danger to warn you, because your brain thinks you are in danger when in reality, you are not. That is the root of overthinking. Now, in this day and age, the potential danger are usually outside of your comfort zone. Of course, you would not walk in traffic unless you are contemplating suicide, right? So we're not talking about that. But if you are contemplating or thinking too much ahead about the future, about what could potentially happen, and that stops you from living in the moment, that is where overthinking kicks in, because it's foreseeing a potential danger and threat to your survival. Now, what is a survival? It's not your literal survival anymore. It's probably your regard to yourself, your reputation, hurt feelings, right? Heartbreaks, potential setbacks, rejections, frustration, disappointments, all those things. But you have to understand that those feelings are okay. They're all welcome, but they do not get to define who you are, and they are not going to affect your survival. Understand this will help you snap out of the overthinking loop, knowing that it's there for a reason, but it does not apply to you anymore. That is your step number one. Understanding this is the evolutionary root cause of overthinking, and it does not really apply to where you are at right now, today. Okay? So the second thing is understanding what is in your control and what is not. A lot of times we overthink is because we try to manipulate whatever is outside of our control. We try to please others. We try to force an outcome. We try to predict the trajectory of how this relationship will go or how our business will grow. We want certainty, okay? But then we have to understand that a lot of things are outside of your control. And actually, here is a video to help you decide which things are out of your control and you need to learn to let them go. And what things are actually within your control and you need to focus on them. So in short, those within your control are your attitudes, your beliefs, your habits, what you say and don't say, your actions, your efforts, your values, and those things you can cultivate. And those are the things that are within your control, and you should focus on those. Now, when you actually focus on these things, you will feel less anxious, even when you don't know the outcomes. Because now you understand outcomes are completely outside of your control. And you will stop overthinking, because overthinking a lot of times is to help predict an outcome and prevent potential hurt feelings, right? So understand that things outside of your control will not change just because you think more about them. So whenever you find your thoughts go into those realms of things outside of your control, snap yourself out of this loop and focus on the present moment. Here is a very helpful trick for you, is to have a journal handy. Comes in handy. Prepare a journal, okay, at your hand. And whenever you find yourself contemplating heavily on one thing that's been bothering you, whenever you find yourself doing that, journal your thoughts. Set aside a timer. Hello, Pomodoro, right? Set aside a timer for 5-10 minutes. Just journal all of those overthinking thoughts onto your journal. And when the timer is when the time is up, set it aside and that's it. That's your time. Okay, it's like time out. That's your time. Whenever you find your overthinking getting too bad, that is the way to go, because you are being consciously setting aside time to resolve this issue. Once your thoughts are on the paper, let them go. Okay, this practice will really help you dig very deep into your consciousness and basically replace overthinking with stream of consciousness and replace them with more productive thoughts. That gives me the entryway to the next point, is to replace your thoughts, overthinking thoughts, meaning unproductive thoughts, with more productive thoughts. What does that mean? The productive thoughts are constructive feedback type of thoughts, right? Where I'm at today, where I want to go, what are the immediate steps that I can take? Those are the productive thoughts, the thoughts that you use to guide your next actions. So whenever you find yourself stuck in the overthinking loop, get those thoughts out in the journal and then start mapping out the productive thoughts. What is the next goal that I want to achieve? How can I achieve that? How can I break it down into the next immediate actionable takeaways or actions, right? Have those thoughts in place and start implementing them. For example, I am currently writing a play. I'm revising a play. And I know by the end of the day today, I am going to finish the revision and send it out to my actors. I already mapped out this plan in my morning journals. I already sent an email to whoever is in charge of the organization of organizing this event. Let them know that they can expect my script by midnight tonight. And I work on it. Now, I also have my YouTube video to do, which I, basically have this blocked out my calendar for an hour for this. So I know that until the end of the day, I have that to be completed, and I have this to do. And that's my plan for the day. And I don't even worry about how many people are going to view this YouTube video. I'm not going to worry about if they are going to like my play or not. I only focus on what I can do now. And when things get to that stage, when I get feedback of the views, when I get feedback from my actors of the play, I take the next steps based on the feedback I get. So I want to encourage you to start today to have build this feedback loop. Now that you've broken the overthinking loop, right, through journaling and being mindful and understanding that it doesn't help you, I want you to start building the feedback loop, which is I take action, I gather feedback from the performance, from whatever that is, and I implementing those feedback into productive thoughts, meaning how can I make it better? And then I take more action to make it better, and I get more feedback, and I just make it better and better and better. And that is the way to stop overthinking. Remember, you cannot completely stop overthinking. because that's against the biology of your brain, but you can replace them with more productive thoughts by building this feedback loop. And by taking consistent actions, incorporating the feedback to help you become better, you are actually leveling up and you're going to become more confident and trusting of yourself. And that ability will automatically help you overthink less because you are going to feel less in danger. You're going to feel so much safer in your own body. Now that you learn to trust yourself more by taking consistent actions, by having those habits and value system in place. And that is the way to deal with overthinking once and for all. So if you like my videos, do not forget to like and comment. My question for you is, what is one area in your life that you tend to be overthinking about? Share it in the comment and I would love to have a conversation with you in the comment section. And if you are also victim of overthinking's twin sister, I would say evil twin sister, which is called perfectionism, this video is for you. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, I'm writing a book and it will be out in the first quarter of 2026. So stay tuned for that as well. Again, my name is Yi Ching. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to sharing more knowledge, thoughts, wisdom with you next week. Have a great week. Bye. Mwah.